How long can an organization go to drive customer experience? Impact of internal customer experience is known globally. Internal customers do not just drive your external customer experience, but are the brand ambassadors of various touch points in the life cycle of your product. One of the success factors for successful organizations lies in the fact that they ensure great internal customer experience. And who can be a better representative than the MD himself on his last working day with the organization? Today, Panasonic and Vyapt have come together for this unique customer experience conversation with Mr. Vivek Sharma, MD Panasonic Life Solutions India. Welcome to this unique feature of customer experience, a concept fully developed by Vyapt.
Pankaj ji, good morning, and I'm happy to be here this morning. Good to connect with you.
We start with our conversation. So, how has been your journey with Panasonic Life Solutions?
I started my professional career 35 years ago. And while I've had an experience working with some very great organizations, but I will confess, and I would like to put it across, that the last journey of 3 years has been a particularly very enjoyable one. It has truly been one of the defining moments of my life. It is as if I came here just yesterday, and the entire journey has passed away in a flash. It's been an exciting 3 years. It's been an enjoyable 3 years. It's been a very momentous and memorable time that I have spent here. If you look at the last 3 years as a continuum in the larger journey, you see the journey is based on an itinerary that has been made by our creator.
True.
So it has to be a great journey. Life is not about perfection, but in progression towards it. Another thought which I've had is, the more you fear failure, the more you will meet it. So I have always inculcated in my colleagues, in my supporters, and in my channel partners that never ever fear failure. If you are fearless, it will show in the way you work. Your results will be dramatically different. It may result in you are making mistakes, but mistake is a stepping stone to success. So don't fear failure, don't fear mistakes. And the organization has learned to make it as a second nature to itself.
Wonderful.
Life is not about possession, but it is about purpose. We must have a purpose in life. Life is not about the products you have or the high price you command in the market, but it is about the people you are with and the positivity that those people spread. Positivity is what makes the difference to people's lives. And the world, if it has to be a better place, needs to be a happier place. So we have tried to make sure that our employees are happier, they are more engaged, and they are given an environment where they can grow and develop and contribute to maximize their potential. Because what is the potential of the organization? It is the potential of all its people. So if people are able to attain their potential, exceed their potential, there is only one way the organization can go, and that is up. So at Panasonic Life Solutions India, we have created this environment. We have encouraged people to work in teams, to trust another, to work with channel partners as one team, to work with vendors as one team, and all the functions, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is supply chain management, whether it is sales, or whether it is the corporate team at head office. One thing is a common thread across the organization, and that is the thread of trust. All of us trust one another, and we trust all our channel partners and external stakeholders. The more you trust people, the more they trust you back. Whatever you do, you never lose the ability to look people in the eye. This is one of the byproducts that all of us have developed in the way we work with our stakeholders. And
Seems like
as
a
a result,
fabulous journey for you.
the entire ecosystem where Panasonic Life Solutions India operates, it's a sort of a virtuous cycle. There is teamwork, right? There is trust, there is togetherness, and that's what has helped us to deliver great results over the last 3 years. And that is what results in satisfaction, and satisfaction is what makes for a happy place. It's not only us that we remain happy, but our stakeholders are happy. And today in the competitive marketplace, the entire industry is talking about how life at Panasonic India is a lot different, a lot happier, and a lot more meaningful. A lot of people want to come and join us. Every day, I get meaningful emails from people complimenting us. And people write to me to join us. And that is a testimony to how great an organization, how attractive a workplace we have become.
Seems like an exciting journey for you. Can you share more about your experience as an internal customer?
As the first internal customer, I found Panasonic Life Solutions India to be an excellent place to be in. If you look at the company, we are a company that works in India but has Japanese ownership. And if you look at the Japanese culture and the Indian culture, they are very, very disparately apart. The Japanese like certainty. Their country doesn't have much of opportunity because it's stagnating. They are very, very obsessed about consensual working. In contrast, if you look at India, Indians are more about action, more about passion, more about here for now, and about the great future they want. So one of the challenges has been to marry both the two cultures. Because India is a land of opportunity, but it's a land of even greater uncertainty. You see, there's so much uncertainty. So how to marry the two cultures, that has been a challenge, which has made the working here more enjoyable. Coupled with that, the parent company brings technology, innovative working, and total empowerment. When you give empowerment, it brings ownership. And ownership brings passion. The employees at Panasonic Life Solutions India, they treat the company as their own company, as if they own the business. And that is where it is differentiated from all other companies in the marketplace. As the first internal customer, I have always laid emphasis on one very simple fact of working. You build the people, and the people will build the business. That has been our dictum as we have worked in Panasonic Life Solutions India. The Japanese have a word called Nimma Washi. That means collective leadership, consensual working. They have another word called Jojo Ni. Jojo Ni means step by step. Now, if you look at both these words and you look at how Indians like to work, there is a difference. So it has been a great journey. Indian action orientation, Indian passion, Indian creativity, coupled with Japanese innovation, Japanese collective working, and Japanese quality. And the melting pot that Panasonic Life Solutions India is, it's become a melting pot for cultures. We have 10,000 employees, out of which 8,000 are women. I think there's no other company in India which has this sort of diversity. So having such a large number of women in the workforce gives certain inbuilt advantages. Our workplace is far more sensitive, far more humane, and far more orderly. Right? On the other side, we have people across the country. So we have the Western India influence of entrepreneurship. You have the South Indian culture of traditional approach. The passion and emotion comes from the East, and the action orientations come from our people in the North. Because India is not one country. India is a continent. So just imagine what an exciting place this is.
True.
A continent and its people working with diversity, sensitivity, and care for people. Because we believe that employee first is the slogan that has to drive our working together. Because togetherness brings happiness. Staying together is one of the processes that we have built into our organization. And that's why our workplace is happy and all of us are happy. And we try to spread this happiness not only internally, but externally to our stakeholders, to our vendors, to our channel partners, and to people, even students who come to us as interns. We try to spread this culture to them. We want the world to be a better place. And as an internal customer, I can tell you, there is no organization in this country that can meet the standards set by Panasonic. As the first customer of Panasonic Life Solutions India, I can vouch for the fact that each customer, each internal customer in India has been delighted. And how do I say this? Every quarter, we have a voice of the employee survey, which is anonymous. People can declare their names if they like. But survey after survey has given us very positive feedback. And from the survey comes suggestions that takes this process forward. And from good to better, and from better to still better. This place is a great place.
I think your narrative is watched by various people across the globe. I think this would be one of the talks in the boardroom for various organizations today as we release this video. With such a kind of diversity and the kind of you talked about a collective pride for the organizations, people working towards each other. You are so much sensitive about your organization and the people, very humane, and the kind of culture you have built for the organization to go a long way. Obviously, these are certain mandate, but at the same time, people would like to learn from your organization. So I think this is going to feed their hunger if they look at how to channelize their company towards positivity. What are the milestones your organization has achieved under your regime?
Coming to Panasonic Life Solutions India itself was a milestone for me. I had worked for European companies, Indian companies, a lot of transnational organizations and brands, but I always had felt that I must definitely at some point in my career work for a Japanese company.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a surprise for me when during my third year at Everstone Private Capital, I suddenly got a call from somebody in Panasonic. Out of the blue, total surprise. They had seen my LinkedIn profile and something they saw they liked. And I was invited by them to join Panasonic Life Solutions India. It was a dream come true and I gladly accepted. When I joined on the first day of August in 2017, it was for me a real delight. From the moment I stepped into the main door of the office to this day today, when I walk out, it has been a momentous, a memorable, and a very, very exhilarating journey. As an organization at that time, we were not a very profitable organization. Just to give you a perspective, we were about 240 crores of operating profit. And our turnover was approximately 2,600 crores 3 years back. The market was growing at about 8 to 10% then, and our company had been growing at 10% for the continuous 10-year period from inception. That means when they acquired it. So the CAGR for the 10 years was 10%. That means it was growing in line with the industry and the market. When I stepped in, I saw that there was a sea of opportunity. And this is an understatement. It's as if anything you touch can become gold. Whether it is the other businesses, or it is newer markets, or it is new products, or it is exports, there was opportunity everywhere. So we set the seed for a company that can accelerate towards transformation. We made changes in manpower because talent at that time was, constrained. We made changes in structure. We made changes in systems and procedures. There was no accent on HR. We brought in the HR thinking. We brought in a focus on IT. And quality as a function got created during the last 3 years. One of our pillars has been a slogan called High Q. H for HR, I for IT, and Q for quality. That, with the other things I have covered earlier during our talk, galvanized this organization into an organization which was on the real growth path. So over the last 3 years, if you see, while the market continues to grow at 8 to 10%, as a company, our revenues are growing at 15%. Our profits are growing at 22.5%. From a company that made an operating profit of 240 crores to a company today that has reserves of over 1200 crores and makes annual operating profits of about 700 crores, we have come a long way. And this is not the end of the journey. As I see it, the future is brighter. I do not see any lack of opportunity even today. And I'm quite confident, I'm quite sure that this organization, the way it has developed and transformed, can grow at a compounded growth rate of 15 to 20% for at least 5 years in the near future. We have set the course for Panasonic Life Solutions India to be a great company. A company full of happy people, a company that is catching the bull by the horn, utilizing opportunities in the marketplace, and making a difference to all stakeholders, thereby resulting in development, growth, and happiness all around.
Your leadership seems phenomenal. As you talked about the kind of milestones your organization achieved, and more so, you are very much optimistic about the kind of roadmap you have created for the organization. This is going to go a long way. Imagining, from an operating profit of more than 200 crores to an operating profit of around 700 crores is a daunting task to be achieved in 3 years' time, and that speaks volumes about your leadership.
Not only my own leadership, it is actually the contribution of the entire team, Pankajji. Today, we are the fastest growing company in our industry, and we are the most profitable. And this, coupled with the fact that we don't spend 400 to 500 crores in advertising or brand building. Our brand promotion spends are just 100 crores a year. And Forbes magazine earlier this year rated us as the #1 brand in FMEG. So all of this is testimony to the fact that not only are the people in great spirit, not only our brand strong, but the way we are doing our business, the way we are meeting the expectations and exceeding the expectations of stakeholders, I think we are in a great place. We are in the right place, and we are poised for an even greater future.
So what's your message to your fellow colleagues and also to the people aspiring to join Panasonic?
We are in difficult times, Pankajji, and from that eventful day on March 21, when the lockdown was announced, to today, more than 6 months have passed, and the world has changed dramatically. In fact, the world will never be the same again. So during these times of gloom and doom, as an organization, Panasonic has cared for its people. It's probably the only company in the world that treats people above products and profits. So at times when there was insecurity, pain, and unhappiness all around, the company made sure that all employees, all contract labor, and all off-road people were taken care of. Their sense of well-being was protected. Their security was ensured. And overall, the people never lost hope. And that hope it is which will carry the company going forward. Hope is a very different thing. Hope at times of gloom makes you see a bright future. It lifts your spirit. It impacts your performance. And that is what has happened in the last 6 months. While the industry at large is facing pangs of misery, we have gone from strength to strength. And we are at a stage where, compared to last year, month on month at this difficult time, we are growing 15% month on month. Mm-hmm. This is a testimony to the hard work and to the spirit of the employees at Panasonic Life Solutions India. Mm-hmm. And it is this spirit that is giving me a lot of hope for the future. At a time like this, my message to my own colleagues is, as an elder brother who takes leave from you, but who continues to be with you in spirit, love, and affection, mm-hmm. There are a few things I would like to say. There are a few tips I would like to give. They're a great team, and this team has potential to be even greater. Mm-hmm. The team needs to lift the bar and set fresh standards for the rest of the ECM industry to follow. What we have achieved at COVID time is something the world will talk of when we do a post-mortem. And now it is time to rededicate, to start another journey and take the company to higher levels. Mm-hmm. We'll have to be more agile, mm-hmm. more innovative, mm-hmm. more aggressive, mm-hmm. and definitely more oriented towards our stakeholders and to our objectives. The world is a very competitive place. And if we are able to compete consistently over the next 5 years, I am 100% sure that this company will be one of the greatest companies this country has seen. And that, to my mind, is a lofty objective to which each employee must work for. We are a great company, but we can definitely do better. The opportunity exists, the scope exists, and if a company like ours cannot do it, I don't see anybody else who can. To the people who are outside, I think Panasonic Life Solutions India presents a great place to be in. As the company grows, as the businesses grow, as the Indian market opens up, the company with its new distribution orientation, more retail reach, and focus on higher penetration into the hinterlands will definitely need more and more talent, both in manufacturing, where we are definitely going to set up fresh capacity in the newer factories, and also on the sales side and on the supply chain management. This company will grow stupendously, and there are going to be opportunities. A great place like this needs great people. Just as people need good companies need good people. And for this marriage to take place, we need talent going forward. The war for talent will only intensify. And the companies that are going to survive are those that have the talent on their pool. That, to my friends who are outside, is an invitation. Raise your skills, start your journey, approach us. And I can assure you that as the company grows, both for the internal employees and for new talent, especially the youngsters who join our company as management trainees and as graduate engineering apprentices, this place is going to be a great place to work for. So welcome, and let's together build an even greater organization. The future is beckoning, the future is ours. I look forward to hearing a lot of good things about the organization in the years to come. Wish you all the best, wish you immense success, a lot of growth, and last but most importantly, all the happiness that God has designed for you. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the affection. And thank you for all of you who have traveled this journey with me. It's been a great journey, and I will always cherish these memories as I move out later this evening. Thank you very much once again.
What a tremendous journey, and more so, what a legacy to drive business forward. Thank you, Vivek, for being a part of Vyapt customer experience conversation. It was great interacting with you.